Welcome back to the R&M LAB GH channel. Today I am pleased to introduce a brand new format for the channel, a project I have been developing for some time. It combines two of my greatest passions, automotive engineering and digital electronics, managed through Arduino. My goal is to help you understand in great detail how the complex systems of modern vehicles work, not just through theory, but through practical, visual, and immediate examples. To achieve this, I decided to build a dedicated and highly versatile test bench. I designed it to adapt perfectly to my specific needs and to the many future projects I already have planned for the automotive world. In this particular episode, we will focus exclusively on the assembly and the electronic components. Many of you have asked about the structure of the test bench itself. Now, in this video, you won't see the construction phase of the frame. However, if you are interested in seeing how I designed, cut, and physically assembled the chassis for this new format, let me know in the comments below. If there is enough interest, I will create a dedicated video covering the woodworking and the mechanical assembly of the structure. Now, let's get to the heart of it, the assembly of the onboard electronics. The footage you are watching has been sped up to optimize time, but I have carefully edited it so that every single step, even the smallest one, is clearly understandable. I firmly believe that sharing knowledge is fundamental. For this reason, anyone wishing to replicate this project at home will find the link to the full wiring diagram and the Arduino source code in the description. It is a project with high educational value, extremely interesting for anyone wanting to explore the inseparable link between electronic control and engines. Let's look at the list of electronic components used in detail. We have an Arduino Nano, chosen for its reliability and ease of programming, mounted on a support with screw terminals to ensure solid and professional connections. Moving on, we find a relay module for load management, an RC-522 RFID reader, which is essential for the authentication part, an OLED display for real-time data visualization, 2 tactile buttons for interaction, 4 red LEDs and 3 yellow LEDs for the instrument cluster warning lights, 5 2K resistors for signal management, a small electric motor acting as an actuator, the necessary wiring, and 2 lithium batteries as a power source. Regarding the recognition part, I chose to use a genuine Mercedes key. This is not mandatory for the system to work, but I wanted to include this detail to make the final experience as realistic as possible compared to what you find in a professional workshop. If you don't have an original key, don't worry. Standard RFID tags will work exactly the same way. But what exactly does this project simulate? We're going to faithfully replicate the phases triggered when starting a modern vehicle. It begins with the transponder reading the unique key code and moves to the full instrument check during the ignition phase. We will manage the starter motor operation in all its stages, and you will see all the crucial vehicle information appear on the display in real time, just as it would on a real dashboard. Once the assembly is complete, we will get into the heart of the test. We will turn on the test bench, and I will accurately explain the function of every single part. We will analyze what actually happens under the hood of a new generation car. Many functions are invisible to the final user, but with this test bench, what is usually hidden will finally become clear, understandable, and visible to everyone. This video is a bit different from my usual content and represents a major step forward for the channel. Once the assembly phase is done, we won't waste time on basic tasks like uploading the code. Those are elementary steps that you are already familiar with. However, I want to remind you that the full source code and the detailed wiring diagram are always available in the video description. Instead, we will move straight to the core of the matter, the practical testing phase and the deep technical explanation. This new format was conceived with a clear goal in mind, to help you understand the fundamental pillars of the new generation of vehicles. We are going to explore how they work, how the control units sync, and how the interaction between the various modules actually takes place. If this project receives your support and proves successful, I have every intention of pushing far beyond the basics, eventually tackling complex topics like advanced engine management and professional-grade diagnostics. It will be a challenging journey, I won't deny that, but it will be highly educational. We want to embrace electronics, engine engineering, and onboard comfort. The idea behind this is to create solutions that can be applied to real-world cars at a low cost, while maintaining the highest standards of reliability. These are small technological projects capable of providing significant comfort and enhancing the driving experience. With this type of content, we are moving to a higher level, but I have worked hard to keep everything extremely simple and accessible to everyone, regardless of your starting point, both in terms of practical construction and theoretical learning. My mission is to make automotive technology democratic and understandable. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. For any clarification, technical explanation, or advice, or if you run into any issues while replicating these projects, please leave a comment below. I am at your full disposal to help you troubleshoot, share ideas, or simply provide technical feedback on how to improve your work. You're the driving force behind the next episode, so let me know what you think. We have now almost reached the end of the electronic assembly phase. In this step, I have tried to respect as closely as possible the actual architecture found within a modern vehicle. I managed the cable routing following the logic of a real automotive harness, paying particular attention to the battery connections and grounding points exactly as a professional technician would do. I did this not just for aesthetics, but to let you experience firsthand the incredible amount of wiring and signals that cross a car today. Keep in mind that this small system is nothing compared to the miles of wiring found under the chassis of a new generation car. At this point, I want to make a technical clarification for the experts watching. As you may have noticed, I did not include a fuse box in this setup. I made this decision solely to save space on the test bench and to make the project easier to replicate for those who might struggle to find specific automotive components. However, remember that in a real vehicle, every circuit is protected by a dedicated fuse. For our educational and lab purposes, we prioritized a compact layout. Looking at this test bench, you can begin to sense the real difficulty that a mechanic or an electrician faces every day. Identifying a specific problem, finding a malfunction perhaps caused by a single broken wire or an oxidized connection requires expertise, patience, and deep knowledge. In a real car, this challenge is 1,000 times harder. And now, with the wiring complete, let's move on to the most interesting part, the functional demonstration and the detailed technical explanation. Now, let's take a detailed look at the test bench I built for the new format, Learn Easy Automotive. The Arduino, located on the right side, acts as the body control module, or BCM. It perfectly simulates everything that happens in a real vehicle in real time. We can also see the relay, which manages the starter motor, just like in a functional car. On the front panel, I installed two headlights to give the appearance of a vehicle. These will be used in future episodes. Here is the RFID reader, which simulates the transponder reading the key code as seen in modern vehicles. The motor at the top, equipped with a flange on the pinion, simulates the actual starter motor. I also created a battery simulation connected to an external battery pack. I wanted to recreate this assembly to make the test bench as realistic as possible, making these concepts simple and visual to understand. For the instrumentation, I built a dashboard featuring a display for information and a LED section for the indicator lights. The ignition uses a start and stop button, where the key works only as a transponder. At the bottom, I positioned the brake pedal and below the display, the black shaft representing the steering column. In the rear, there are the stop lights. For this episode, I am using two LEDs to simulate the bulbs. To recap, the Arduino Minis are BCM. The relay activates the starter motor, and the key being used is a genuine Mercedes key. You will notice that pressing the start button and the brake does nothing. This is exactly what happens in reality until the key is recognized. Now I insert the key, the display shows KEYOK and then press brake. The BCM has recognized the code and enabled the systems. By holding the button for 1 second, the dashboard turns on. You can see the mileage, the fuel gauge, and the water temperature. With the ignition on, let's check the stop lights. The BCM logic detects the pedal pressure and gives the command. Unlike old systems where the pedals sent power directly to the bulbs, here everything is managed by the control unit. This allows for very thin wiring, as they only carry signals and do not generate heat. When turning off the dashboard, the display shows Remove KEY, the classic message to remind us not to leave the key inside the car. Now, let's simulate the engine start. For safety, the BCM requires 3 parameters: the correct key code, the brake pedal press, and the button pulse. Once verified, the dashboard performs a check, the starter motor runs for a few seconds, and if there are no faults, the warning lights turn off. If everything is off, the system is okay. Notice that the temperature needle is rising slowly. We are simulating the engine warming up the coolant. Regarding the warning lights, I have added the corresponding symbols in the video: oil, battery, ABS, tires, and glow plugs. Finally, once the key is removed, the BCM blocks all functions. This system also acts as anti-theft protection. If the code is incorrect, the vehicle remains immobilized. Let's do one last test to see the starter motor in action. It starts the engine and stops immediately once the engine is simulated as running. we have reached the end of today's video. I hope you found this new format interesting. If you would like to see more content like this about the automotive world, let me know in the comments. I already have several episodes planned to help you better understand the vehicles we use every day. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends who are interested in electronics and cars. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next episodes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!